you. No Fuss, Gus and Eve Harris, Franklin, Winnie and Mitchell Darby, Franklin, Pumpkin, Sarah Muckle for Franklin, Bad Jelly, Hannah Noakes out of Franklin, Teddy, Kendra Rogers for Waikato, Michaela Rogers also for Waikato with Monet, Rough Rufus, Kimmy's Tiffany Winslow, Like a Hurricane, Brittany Edwards out of Franklin, and Barlia Holly Noakes for Franklin. Magnus Video Limited, Kidz Kartz 800 metre trot. They're underway. Betsy Boo, Joel Harris off the limit. Makes a nice beginning here. Been challenged by Cossack in the early stages. Ollie Gregory to move up on the outside. The lime green and white to go on to the lead now. And there followed Playboy Quiana Curry. Settling down in fourth is Mr. Darcy and Caitlin Schneider, followed by Miss Minty and Paige Sinclair. Then came Winnie, the first race winner, Mitchell Darby the next. To its outside, No Fuss Gus and Eve Harris. Back in the field then was Bad Jelly and Hannah Noakes, and they're followed by Pumpkin and Sarah Markle. Back in the field to the Waikato girls, Monet, Michaela Rogers, Teddy and Kendra Rogers to its inside. Teddy just going roughly there. They're followed then by Rough Rufus and Tiffany Winslow. Also off stride out the back, Barlia for Holly Noakes, and Like a Hurricane, Brittany Edwards the last. The Magnus Video Limited, Kidz Kartz field off the back, and it's Cossack leading. Moving through to second, Playboy back on the inside, Betsy Boo, and challenging now is Winnie. Moves up into a fourth as they sweep across the showgrounds turn, and they're followed by Mr. Darcy. A break of 4 to 5 lengths away in the field. Then we find Bad Jelly trotting up on the outside of Miss Minty. Further back in the field to No Fuss Gus. They're followed then by Monet. Up over on its outside was Rough Rufus. Further back in the field now was Pumpkin, and they're followed then by out wide at Teddy. Making ground on the inside was Barlia, and back with those Like a Hurricane. They come for home, and Cossack, Ollie Gregory, Winnie Mitchell Darby. That combination looking for the two races in the Kidz Kartz here tonight, and Winnie strides up strongly to Cossack. They're followed then by Mr. Darcy and Caitlin Schneider back on the inside. Betsy Boo and Joel Harris letting down with a nice run is Monet and Michaela Rogers, and deep on the HR Fiskin passing lane is Barlia and Holly Noakes, and winding up is Rough Rufus and Tiffany Winslow down the outside. Michaela Rogers and Monet go to the lead. Trying hard on the outside, Rough Rufus, Tiffany Winslow, and now piercing through Like a Hurricane and Brittany Edwards onto the scene. Like a Hurricane, too strong here in the Magnus Video Limited Kidz Kartz trot for Brittany Edwards, followed then by Monet and Michaela Rogers. Now they lined up for third, inside out. Barlia Holly Noakes on the inside of Winnie and Mitchell Darby. And out wider on the track then to Rough Rufus, Tiffany Winslow, particularly close for third. Ollie Gregory and Cossack with the next combination over Mr. Darcy, Caitlin Schneider. They were followed Teddy and Kendra Rogers. Back in the field, No Fuss Gus and Eve Harris. Joel Harris with Betsy Boo was back in the field with Playboy Quiana Curry. They were followed Pumpkin and Sarah Markle. Further back in the field, Bad Jelly, Holly Noakes on pulling up. Miss Binty back with that, Paige Sinclair. Magnus Video, Kidz Kartz trot, 13 Like a Hurricane. Worked home powerfully here, Brittany Edwards to get the win. Teddy Kendra Rogers the runner-up, and a great go for third. Barlia Holly Noakes, closest to the HR Fiskin passing lane. Winnie and Mitchell Darby, Rough Rufus and Tiffany Winslow. That concludes the Kidz Kartz action here tonight. Always good to have the kids part of our action on one of our big spring nights here, the Homes DG night. Race 6, time to go in 13 minutes.